So getting into that Arkansas game that kicks off that defining stretch for LSU, there's one name you need to know on the Arkansas side of things. There's not many to know, and this team is, I mean, I got a buddy of mine who covers this team for a TV station there in Fayetteville, and he even says this team is, I'm not going to give you a name because I don't want to out him. I will give you this name, though, KJ Jefferson. That's the guy you got to know for Arkansas. That's the one guy on the Razorbacks team that could really hurt you and fuel an upset and fuel a performance that will have the Razorbacks covering in this game. LSU's seen one dual-threat quarterback this year. It was Jordan Travis, I guess two, but, one that you know about. Grambling State had a dual-threat quarterback too. But Jordan Travis, of course, Florida State, gave LSU fits defensively. The way he moved around the pocket, the way he extended plays. That was a tough matchup for this defense. Athletically, they couldn't match. Schematically, they didn't match. So last week, they played a guy, I've used this reference before today, for Will Rogers. You played a quarterback that was wearing high heels. You ever run in high heels? I haven't, but I haven't seen many women run in high heels unless it's, Greek life and you're rushing sororities and you got to go from one house to the other. If you are, you're not running very fast, okay? So Will Rogers, the point here is that he's not a dual-threat quarterback. So when he got out of the pocket, Savion Jones got there for a sack. Major Burns was there for a sack. Harold Perkins wrapped him up for a sack. He's not a guy that's going to hurt you with his legs. KJ Jefferson will, and he has before against LSU when he's played back in 2021. Second team All-SEC quarterback preseason because he can pass for 2,500 yards. He's done that the past 2 seasons, but he can also run for 600 or more yards as well. So dual threat in every sense of the imagination, every sense of that word and descriptor there. He can make the throws, move the ball through the air, but also get first downs and pick up chunks with his legs, right? If he's in a game where he's breaking tackles, where he's getting out of the pocket with nobody laying even a finger on him, he's a problem. Like, this guy is basically Taysom Hill, but a better thrower. And a guy that plays quarterback every down, you know what I'm saying? So the point is, if you let him get out in space, he'll turn a 10-yard gain into a 40-yard gain, maybe even into a touchdown. So you cannot let him get out of the pocket. And really, nobody has let him do that this year very much. His numbers aren't that great. He passed for about 250 in the first game against Western Carolina. Don't care. And then he didn't really play much against Kent State the next week, just kind of a blowout game where you come in, you take care of business, whatever. He did run 13 times over 48 yards against Kent State. And he did the same last week against BYU, 13, but for 21 yards. That number is not sack adjusted, though his longest run was 21 yards. I watched the film, and it was on a play where a linebacker missed a tackle, and it would have been a 4 or 5 yard gain. So he hasn't really gashed anybody yet. And his passing numbers are what they are. He's not a guy that'll beat you with his arm, in my opinion. Why? Because if you get him behind the sticks like BYU did, and force him to read a defense against the blitz, his first reaction is going to be to escape the pocket and use his legs. I think he relies on his legs too much. And really, his offensive line hasn't given him enough time to even go through the thought process of, maybe I should take off and run. Because by then, he's already got somebody wrapped around him like a backpack, taking the ball out of his hands for a fumble or forcing him to make a bad decision with the football and throw an interception, which he did last week. And look, this BYU defense is not good. So Arkansas put up 31 points on them. They probably should have put up more. They're supposed to allow BYU 30 points per game, which is more than the points they're supposed to score on a game-to-game basis, about 27.5. And when that's the case, you don't have a good football team. They got a weak defensive line, mid-linebackers, and a meh secondary. So I wanted to check and see, hey, is BYU's defense supposed to be good? Is that why they contained KJ Jefferson last week? No, not at all. KJ contained himself. That's what he did. So that's how you bottle up KJ. And by the transitive property of equality, which we all remember, of course, from math class, that is how you stop this Arkansas offense, because it's all centered around KJ Jefferson. Get him behind the chains. 2nd and 18. That's when he threw that interception against zone coverage behind his zone blitz. 3rd down and 7, late in the game. Pressure comes. He's in the pocket, doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. He's already got someone on him. He's already having the ball stripped from his hands for a fumble, which BYU recovered. And then he fumbled the next drive again. Luckily, his offensive lineman picked it up and ran, I guess you could say, back to the line of scrimmage. So he's got fumble problems. He's got coverage dissection problems. Okay, you can't read a defense, especially against a blitz. Just doesn't, those rapid reactions don't fire. Those synapses or whatever those neurology things, they don't happen for KJ Jefferson. He's not that skilled of a passer, which is why he's played college football for 5 years now. All right, so here's the key. Here's the game plan on game time for LSU this Saturday defensively. Harold Perkins, same thing he did with him last year. He had 8 tackles, 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles in this game. KJ didn't even play. Same deal. He's your quarterback spy. He's locking in on KJ, and wherever KJ goes or doesn't go, yeah, Harold Perkins is right there. Harold Perkins is KJ Jefferson's best friend and his buddy for a day, okay? They're going to do everything together. They're going to hang out, they're going to get a hot dog together, and Harold's going to get some sacks, all right? So that's the game plan there. Load up the box. Force Arkansas to beat you with their passing game. They can't do that. Their top 2 wide receivers are Division II transfers. One from Texas A&M, Commerce, I think, something like that. And then the other one from Hillsdale. Shout out Hillsdale Chargers up in Michigan there. Isaac Tesla, cool name, but not a receiver that's going to beat an LSU defense. All right, so put 7-8 guys in the box. Force Arkansas and Raheem Rocket Sanders, their star running back, if he even plays. He missed last game. He's questionable for this game. Force them to go against the heavy box. And if Arkansas wants to pass the ball and beat this secondary, tip your cap if they do it. I don't think they can. So that's the game plan for LSU. This is a favorable matchup. This defense is sitting down at the dinner table with a steak and potato dinner, and they're licking their lips. They're craving this matchup because it is perfect for LSU, and I can't wait to see it all unfold. I think LSU dominates. I think they win this game, and they cover the 18-point spread because they will contain KJ Jefferson, and Arkansas won't do anything offensively to keep up with this team.